Hey, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Recha Kodash. Double honor unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops at Great Millstone. Shalom to the 144,000, the top of the elect. And shalom to the rest of the elect and brothers and sisters that are listening and learning at this time. Now, the title of this video is GMS is likened unto Nazareth. Okay, GMS or Great Millstone is likened unto Nazareth. And I'll get straight to the point. This is the book of John chapter 1, and I'll start from verse 44. And it says, now Philip was of Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. Now Andrew and Peter are biological brothers. Andrew was actually in the truth before Peter, Andrew being a disciple of John the Baptist, but then he crossed camps. I'm joking, but he when Yahushai's ministry begun, he acknowledged Yahushai, and Andrew actually called Peter, as it were, to follow, but he was pretty much still about their father's business, being a fisherman. But Yahushai called Peter in, and he became the head man, even though his brother Andrew was associated and affiliated with the truth before him. Anyhow, it says in verse 45, Philip findeth Nathanael and saith unto him, we have found him, of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Yahushai of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. That's a cut to Joseph ain't the biological dad crap. Alright. And Nathanael said unto him, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip saith unto him, come and see. Basically, Nazareth had a reputation for being Nazareth, if you want to put it in today's terms, was like the hood. Yeah, you know, you're in every area, every city, you got the upscale bit, the uptown bit, and then you got the lower class bit, you know, the hood, you know, the blocks, you know, the manor, you know, all kind of names for it, the bit. That's what they used to call it over here in England back in the day. I'm in the bit, or I'm cutting through the bit. If you're cutting through the bit, that means you're traveling through the rougher side of town. All right, you're in the blocks, you're in the manors, you're in the bit. All right, all of that, right? So Nazareth was known for being a bit of a rough place. All right, and as we know, the angel said to Yahushai's parents, being Joseph and Mary, he said unto them that the child shall be called a Nazarene. Okay, you know. Now, we know the Lord's connection to Bayaf Lechem, Bethlehem, you know, the house of bread, okay, the city of David, all right. But he was to be called a Nazarene. Although being born in Bethlehem, he spent his childhood growing up in Nazareth, okay, you know. So to fulfill the command of the angel, given to the angel by the Heavenly Father, that Yahushua would spend his young years growing up in Nazareth. Now Nathanael wasn't being wicked. Nathanael was just going off of the facts at hand, and the facts at hand is that Nazareth was very rough, you know. So, you know, for example, over here in England, you've got the politicians, the prime ministers, the politicians, the chancellor, all these things. 100%, these guys go to Eton. Eton is like an upscale school. So it's a private school where all the rich kids go. And you go to Eton, and you're going to end up being the prime minister or running government. All these dudes in different parties arguing and jeering in House of Commons and House of Parliament, right? These guys are schoolmates. They're all friends, okay? And they've been coached from a very young age to to be the world well, I say world leaders, but national leaders. Okay. Whereas, I don't know, if you're in the bit, it's nothing good's gonna come from that. You may get a good job when you finish school, but you ain't gonna be no prime minister, you ain't gonna be no chancellor, because nothing good comes from your area, man. I went to 2 secondary schools, which in the States would be called high school, I believe. And the first one, the reason I moved to the second one is because the first one shut down. That school was so bad that the local authorities had a meeting and shut the school down and said we'd be doing the children a disservice. Bearing in mind, these are children they don't give a fuck about, really. But that school was so bad, they said we'd be doing the children a disservice to keep them in this institution. So they shut that school down and they moved us to another school, right? So them issues don't happen in posh areas, man. But when you grow up in the non-posh areas, nothing is just a well-known fact that nothing great, nothing profound, nothing of real substance is going to come out. That's just a fact of economics and social life, We ain't got the funds, we ain't got the resources, nothing's going to come out of here, So that's what it was. So Nathaniel wasn't being wicked. He was just stating the socio-economic facts of Nazareth. But guess what? The Heavenly Father takes pleasure in oh damn, this Domino's. Give me a second. The Heavenly Father takes pleasure in going against the odds, as it were, man. Okay. Now we know that out of Nazareth came Yahushua, man. And the reason I say that GMS is, let me read verse 47. And Yahushua saw Nathanael, and the name Nathanael, Allah, means gift or given of the power. Okay. Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him and saith to him, behold, an Israelite in whom there is no guile. Because Yahushua had the ability to read people's spirits 100% perfectly, like a baby book. And he could see in the spirit, and because some people will say, oh yeah, see, Nathanael had guile in him because he was talking shit about Nazareth. No, he was just stating the socio-economic facts. However, the Lord read his spirit and said, no, there's no guile in you, which basically guile is like evil thoughts or wicked intentions, like a nasty, sinister character. That's guile. Guile also goes into someone that's unforgiving and holds grudges. But Nathanael had a pure spirit on him, So Yahushua read that and said, nah, behold an Israelite, one of my own, in whom there is no guile. Meaning that this guy's he's a good guy, he's a cool guy, man. He's alright, right? But the reason I say GMS is likened unto Nazareth is because now the prophecies are coming to pass, man. At one point, we were the bum camp, we were the chief, what do you call people that harvest grapes? We were the chief grapers, apparently. You know what I mean by that. We were the chief grapers, we were violent with this, with that. The list goes on. And it starts with the elder apostles on down. Okay, the slander came to them the heaviest, or the first and the heaviest, and it filtered on down to the rest of Great Millstone. Okay, but it's really talking about the elder apostles, man. These guys, they don't honor the Lord, they're bums, this, that. Okay, but now the prophecies is speaking, and there's a clear correlation that Great Millstone was likened unto Nazareth. What good thing is going to come out of Great Millstone? Well, the truth. Now, you other camps that don't like hearing that, fuck you, okay? I'm not into trying to glaze things over and make it sound palatable. No, all you other camps that have an issue with us saying that the truth came out of Great Millstone, fuck you. End of story, man. Because now the prophecies are coming to pass. There's nothing to say, man. There's nothing to say. You may have looked down on Great Millstone. Why the truth got to come from them? But just look at the prophecies, man. Okay? As like people look down at Nazareth, well, look what came out of Nazareth. The Messiah. Okay? Them priests and them scribes and them Pharisees, some of them were wicked, some of them were cool. But regardless of their status, they couldn't break the scriptures down like Yahweh Shai could. He was in the temple twisting them up in the scriptures, in the Holy Torah, and the writing of the prophets from age 12. You know, then when he grew up a bit more and was actually teaching, they said, oh, how knowing this man's scriptures never having read? He didn't go and study in no yeshiva. You know, he wasn't doing yeshiva, he wasn't doing Torah classes, all right? But it's the Heavenly Father, his Heavenly Father that dealt with him. What good thing can come out of Nazareth, man? Great Millstone ain't got the fancy garments and the massive buildings and all of that. But guess what? It's the home of the truth, man. You know, it's the home of the truth. So that's pretty much the point, man. Great Millstone is likened unto Nazareth, man. You may look down on Great Millstone, but now the Heavenly Father is shining down on Great Millstone. Now, as we say, from the elder apostles on down, Great Millstone ain't really a thing like that, you know. It's just a name, you know. It's really about the elect. It's really about the elect. The emphasis is on the elect, okay? But if it has to be said, what group is the Lord dealing with where it concerns 100% truth? It's the Great Millstone, man, okay? You know, what good thing can come out of Nazareth? What good thing can come out of GMS? Well, prophecy is speaking, and the answer is the 100% truth.